Hey guys, it's Sean from GoPart.com. We're going to be here today working on a 2005 Toyota Camry. We're actually going to be changing out the headlight assembly here. As you can see, ours are a little bit clouded. Sorry about the handheld nature. We'll be tripoding the camera in just a second, but I wanted to walk you through the procedure. Pretty easy stuff. We're actually going to be doing the passenger side window. The driver's side window is a little more difficult to get to because of the battery, but that takes just a couple of minutes if you want to remove that. Tools that we're going to be using today is a flathead screwdriver. This is a ratcheting screwdriver. You don't really need one. I like one. That kind of makes things a little bit easier. We're going to be using a 10 millimeter socket ratchet with extension. Some of the bolts don't need the extension, but you're going to need it for a couple of them. And then, of course, just a small flathead screwdriver. That's what we'll be using. I do want to show you a couple of things before we tripod the camera. During this installation, we're going to have to, there's a couple of clips. Excuse me. There's a couple of clips down inside the wheel well. We're going to have to peel back. It's kind of difficult to see here. There we go. The camera adjusted. You have a clip here. You're going to have to pry and remove that clip, and then a flathead screwdriver to remove this clip. And what we'll be doing is whenever that happens, excuse me, we can kind of pull the bumper cover away, peel back the wheel well liner, and there'll be a 10 millimeter bolt right up here that we're going to have to loosen and remove. So whenever you see me over here, and of course I'll be walking through talking with what I'm doing, but I wanted to at least show you before I began the installation process what I'll be doing on this end. All right. Sorry about the sun. We are in Southern California, so it is a little bright. Not that I'm complaining. We're going to be, first step is there's going to be two 10 millimeter bolts here that we're going to want to remove. That's going to allow us to pull the bumper cover out slightly to access another bolt for the headlight assembly, and it'll also allow us to remove it. So we'll go ahead and remove those two bolts first. We are in a driveway for this. That explains the pups that you hear in the background. We don't have it in the shop doing the repair because we really wanted to show you how easy it is to do in your driveway. It only takes a couple of tools. Sometimes if you have it in a shop, you kind of think, oh, well, I need it in a professional environment to make this repair. And for this, I mean, it's just not the case. So we got those two 10 millimeter bolts off. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen the 10 millimeter bolt on top of the assembly here. Now I am going to slide down into the wheel well. Space is a little bit cramped, so it's what I showed you at the beginning of the video. I'm going to pry and remove one retaining clip. I'm going to use a flat blade screwdriver to loosen and remove the other. I'm going to pull back the wheel well. There's a 10 millimeter bolt that I will loosen, and that'll go ahead and allow us to pull this back and start taking the headlight off. And just to kind of show you, the retaining clip that you have to pry, you'll see it has sort of a little spot for you to put your flathead screwdriver. What you want to do is you want to pry up the center of the clip. That'll disengage it from the rest of the housing, and then you can pull it right from the vehicle. That's going to allow us to kind of, you want to be careful. You're going to kind of pry and kind of pull this back a little bit. Okay, now we've taken out the retaining clips. Now you can gently pull this back see if I can get you a good angle here. And you'll see a 10mm bolt here. Okay, that's the bolt that's securing the assembly to the vehicle. So we're going to go ahead and loosen that and remove it. Okay, so now we have all the mounting bolts out. So now we're going to try and pop this thing from the vehicle. It's been a while since it's been out, if ever. So it will take a little bit of force to get it out, but not much. Go. And now our assembly's out. Now I'm going to try and get you a better angle here so that you can kind of see what's going on. Now, we got the assembly free from the vehicle. Try to get you a good angle here. It's kind of difficult to do this while you're trying to film it. And there are 4 wiring harnesses on the back of your headlight assembly. You're going to go ahead and disconnect all those. Now, if you were only interested in changing the bulbs, you don't have to do all this. You can access these from the back, but the reason I'm showing you now is because it's easier for me to show you how to do it. All you would do is turn the socket counterclockwise. You can pull it out. You don't want to touch the new bulbs with your fingertips, but you can pull the old bulb out, insert the new bulb into the socket, turn it in, turn it counterclockwise, and your bulbs are good to go. But, you know, if you took some damage or you're cloudy like this one is, you know, this is the route you're going to want to take. You want to take a flathead screwdriver. We'll go ahead and disconnect these wiring harnesses here. Some of these are kind of a pain, but it's because they've been on here for quite a while now. I want to lift the tab in the middle of the harness there and then slide it off of the... I'll show you what I'm doing there in a second. There you go. Your entire headlight assembly. Let me get you a good view there. Okay. The entire assembly's out. Here's the back of the assembly. These are the sockets I was telling you could turn counterclockwise to remove. As I said, this one's cloudy, so that's when you want to replace it. We actually have plans for this car, so we aren't going to be replacing it. We're going to reinstall it. We're going to reinstall this new part right back into the car. So that's what we're going to do now. So this is your new assembly. What you would do. I'm going to go ahead and show you the plugs real quick. These plugs, you want to go ahead and get you a little closer. You want to go ahead and you want to depress the tab that you see on the back there, and then you just pull the plug straight down. Okay. can make sure we're getting a good angle for installation here. The shadows are really making it rough. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and plug all the wiring harnesses in. Obviously you want to make sure you have the correct harnesses on the correct sockets there. Okay, you're going to slide your assembly into place. You're going to want to do the bottom first, since you got the bumper cover here. Okay. Better angle to put it in here.
Oh, dude, wait.
Pull the bumper cover back. Okay. You want to pull your pull your bumper cover back so that we can get it so we can get the headlight into place and push it right into position. Now, lift the bumper cover back up on to the assembly. We're going to go ahead and secure the assembly first. Okay. And that's going to be the 10 millimeter bolt here. We're going to tighten the 10 millimeter bolt here on the other side of the assembly. Of course, I snapped it back into place a little prematurely. Go. I'm sorry you can't see the bolt, but trust me, it's here. Just a little 10 millimeter bolt. So now our assembly is good and in there. It'll about to be even better here in a second. So now we can go ahead and pop the bumper cover back up into place. I'm about to reinsert the flathead retaining clip, the 10 millimeter bolt, and the other retaining clip we have to pry. And that's what I'm going to do right now. So with those retaining pins back in, we can go ahead and put in the last two 10 millimeter bolts that secure the bumper cover to the vehicle. Okay. Now our vehicle is actually missing a small clip right here. Can you guys see that? There's a small clip in the center here. Ours is actually missing it. You'll just pry that up with a flat blade screwdriver. And then test your headlight assembly, and you're good to go. I think that about covers it. And you can get that headlight assembly at gopart.com. It'll have everything included: new bulbs, new hardware, and a not cloudy lens.